Hey everybody, welcome to Real Brave Live,
Hey.
number 81.
We're back.
There's been so much happening. Real Brave is a music studio. We are an online resource for music lessons. You can log in right now, sign up for a free lesson at realbraveaudio.com. You can check us out on all the socials at Real Brave Inc. Today, we are going to talk about We Are the World for some reason. Here on
Real Brave Live.
Nice. Hey, that was the quickest one yet.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was good. It's concise.
Yeah.
Succinct.
Usually I'm thinking about 5 different things.
Sure.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I feel like we've seen each other quite a lot.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
On airplanes.
Yep.
In hotel rooms.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the thing I sent you with the proposal to have the 2 seats in an airline sitting facing each other?
No.
Yeah, I sent it to you yesterday.
Sounds terrible. I don't want any of that.
Yeah, so we've been traveling to conventions for homeschool conventions to present our software to families, and we've been on a few flights recently and very early. But can you imagine it being like 4 o'clock in the morning and you're facing somebody who's just totally snoring at you?
Who's facing you as well?
Yeah.
I don't want
anything to do with
want that.
I don't know why they would. Oh, you know what? Legroom. That's why. Then you could play footsie.
Yeah, no, still no. Big pass on that one.
What about you, Brian? Would you like to do that? Do you like flying? It's like sardines in the air.
I hate flying for so many reasons.
Yeah.
I was just telling the story, actually. I used to be a good flyer, and I was taking the red eye home from Seattle, and the guy next to me was having night terrors, and so I would try to sleep, and he would go, ah!
Oh, no.
Like 7 or 8 times in the flight this happened.
Wow.
Flying for me forever.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think the last flight they were on, I was sleeping and doing the nodding forward thing. Sorry about that.
I think the last early flight that we had, it was like 5, 6 or something, and in the row across from us there was a small child.
Yes, there was.
And I love kids.
We all do.
We love
I have
kids
3 of
here at
them.
Real Brave.
There's hundreds here. Be careful.
And but was that little kid just not opening and shutting the window on a rising sun at 6 o'clock in the morning as I was sleep deprived.
Yep. Yeah. So flying, no good. We Are the World.
Yep.
However, good. Yes.
Yeah. Sure. Did it raise money?
It did.
What
and
was
thank
it?
you, everybody. That's the show.
What was it?
So it was a lot of money. It was, I think, over $60 million they raised.
Oh wow.
And it was a big deal back in the mid '80s. I was a 10-year-old lad turning 11.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal. It's kind of like SZA
God bless.
is a big deal.
Oh, what is that?
So what if SZA put out like a song today for like a We Are the World song? It was all the rage.
The 80s were all about like doing stuff together, Hands Across America.
Hands Across America.
Like, there was a lot of like, we're all in this together.
How did Hands Across America work? Because that's impossible.
Just Gen X corner over here. Go ahead, guys.
Exactly. Well, Hands Across America was there were these people that would just like, I think they tried to arrange where every neighborhood had folks holding hands, and the idea was to circumvent the whole country, go across the whole country holding hands, but it can't have worked.
There's no way. There's too much water.
Not just the water, but like just the cornfields of Iowa
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, how are you going to get across all that?
Yeah, whose idea was that? That's got to be some like fish head.
I read a statistic where if you were to stack every person on Earth, like have every person stand on each person's shoulders, you would have every person stacked from on each person's shoulders, and it would go all the way up.
Where was that going?
That's where it went.
I thought
the
it was
way
to
up.
the moon. If you stacked every single person
Oh, I don't know how
on
far.
top of each other, I think it goes to the moon.
I just know it'd be really tall.
8 billion.
Like I'm 5'9".
Yeah.
You know, so 2 of me would be like,
8 billion pieces of meat.
yeah, it's a lot of meat.
Yeah, it wouldn't really work though because space is a vacuum,
Right.
and all of your insides would liquefy and then turn into dust.
Well, what actually happens is because there's no pressure, that lowers the boiling point of water.
Okay.
So what begins to happen is your blood actually boils and sublimates to vapor.
You could be making all this up right now, but it sounds pretty good.
No, I think that's about right. I'm a sci-fi like geek. I
Like,
love stuff.
the
I
first-
only hired Chelsea because she was into
'Cause
science
she's into
fiction.
space, yeah.
Yeah, and she had no qualifications.
Right.
I hope she's watching.
I think you turned it off.
You probably turned it off.
Once you started talking about science, I was like, "This is interesting. You are hired."
But one of the first things that happens to your naked body in space is you expel every gas out of every orifice
Uh-huh.
that your body can.
Yeah, I just had
The world.
I just had chicken and beans. I'm sure it would
Yeah, it would take a while.
take a little bit.
Yeah.
But besides the fact that we return into gas and vapor, "We Are the World"
Right.
is a song that was created out of necessity because there was a bunch of I guess musicians, you want to call them. They were bleeding heart
And how many of them?
artists.
How many of them? Let's do the math on this.
There was
raised-
at least 5.
They raised $60 million. And there was, what, 30 in that chorus?
Yeah, there was a bunch. There was they raised more than $63 million for starving folks in Africa.
Terrific. What was their mean net worth?
Well, are we talking about the soloists or the chorus? Because there's two groups here.
I don't know. Bob Dylan was in the chorus, and
He
he's...
did a solo too.
He was a
He
soloist?
was a soloist.
It's a terrible Bob Dylan.
Wow, that's pretty good.
No, it's more of like
I
a...
live in a caricature world. Caricature.
I
Caricature.
live in a caricature world. See, I know my 80s.
Brian, who was there for this "We Are the World" recording session and release?
Let's go through the soloists. Okay.
Okay.
I want to get just a thumbs up or a thumbs down for each of the soloists from each of you. Okay. Just say like good or bad.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
Lionel Richie.
Good.
Yeah. And that means it.
All right. Stevie Wonder.
Okay, Stevie Wonder.
Very good.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay. Paul Simon.
Great.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers.
Oh, absolutely, the Gambler.
The
Gambler!
Okay.
I don't think Kevin knows when to hold them
Or when to fold them.
or when to walk away.
Is
Or
he
when
the-
to run.
Is he the Yamo Be There guy?
No, that's Michael McDonald.
That is Michael McDonald. That's the other Doobie brother, right?
Kenny Rogers not a Doobie brother.
It's
but,
close
Michael
enough.
McDonald sings like he has his hand over his mouth. Go ahead.
Exactly. James Ingram. Don't know who that is.
James Ingram, he's isn't he the wide receiver for the New York Giants?
Yep.
He was an American singer and record producer.
Okay.
Do you know who Brian DeBole is?
Brian DeBole. No.
He's the current coach of the New York Giants.
Oh yeah.
Dable.
And Dable.
Dable, yes. Does he live in Wyckoff?
No, but I think I saw him at the Rangers game yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And I think my seats were better than his.
All right, we got Tina Turner. How we
He's
feel
just
about Tina
moving.
Turner?
Tina Turner is fantastic.
Yeah, she's great.
One William Billy Joel.
Billy Joel's the Antichrist.
I really, really, really like Billy Joel's music. I think he's an excellent songwriter. I think he's a great pianist and an entertainer to boot. I have personal beef with him.
Oh.
Because-
Stop
because
it.
He called Fish a 2-bit cover band.
Yes.
Because he was mad that he unthroned his residency at the Madison Square Garden.
Well, I'm sorry for your personal beef with Mr. Joel.
I do have beef.
It's a big beef because it comes up like every
Well, yeah. I mean,
every so
but I
often.
always have to preface it with like he's written really great songs.
He's got like a greatest hits that you can never. I think it's one of the best-selling greatest hits album of all time
Yeah.
because of all the hits that are on it.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
That's how greatest hits usually work.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Sure.
Problematic, but
I mean,
As a
allegedly.
person, if he went into space, his blood would not boil.
See, but here's the thing, though. Like, what is Michael Jackson worth? What
Wha-
was Michael Jackson worth
Oh.
in the 80s?
Are you?
Hundreds?
Is your whole goal is to get this to the point where
Hundreds of
their net
millions?
worth was probably billions of dollars?
Yeah, and this is where my socialist badge. This is where I flash my
if they
papers.
just took some of their money and donated it, they would have made more than the money. For the charity.
Yeah, like when they did like Imagine during COVID.
Yeah.
It's like knock it off. Just give money
give
to
money.
research.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Well, don't ruin a perfectly good song.
Yeah, and also that.
That too,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I got to think of John Legend.
Wait,
not
so
John
wait a
Lennon.
second. Is that that was a real thing?
That was a
with
real
like
thing
all those
that they
actors
did
singing and
on
everything.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a real thing.
yeah.
That was a real thing. Yeah, that wasn't a joke.
That was not a parody on SNL.
Oh, I thought that was fake.
No.
Because it looked really bad.
It looked
Aren't
terrible,
you aren't
yes.
you mad about it now?
I'm very mad. I thought it was a joke.
No,
We
they were
still have a
serious.
lot more soloists. to
Oh
get
no
through,
no no!
folks.
Let's stay on.
They were really serious about that.
My whole
and
goal, if Brian's going to produce a show, is like to really push the envelope.
It did nothing. Honestly, it didn't end COVID.
Didn't Jason Alexander sing on it?
It
I think you're thinking of something else.
you might be
You're
thinking of-
the other. You're thinking of the Let It Be one.
That's Let It Be.
That one was not fake either, but it's a different story.
That was real?
We don't have time. So apparently, so apparently, what this company did was they would send a camera to press junkets, and at the end of the junkets, hey, we have time for one more question, but instead of the question, you just lip sync part of Let It Be. And so they took all of those like footages from this junket and put it together into a Let It Be video, but no one's really singing it. So that one is not real, but it's not.
That's the Milli Vanilli of fundraising songs.
Charity videos, yes. All right, Diana Ross. How do you feel about Diana Ross?
Oh man, she's Supremes.
Yep.
She's the Supreme. She's the
immediately-
Supreme leader of the Supremes.
I immediately thought of Princess Diana.
Yep, she's
Was
not
she
a
on it?
singer.
She was not on it. No,
Oh.
Nope.
Dan Aykroyd was, but she wasn't.
Wow,
Dan Aykroyd was not. Dan Aykroyd sang in the song.
Of the
He's in the
producers.
chorus, yes, which is amazing. When they showed the footage, you see all these world-class singers and Dan Aykroyd back there just like bopping along.
That's like
Well,
when
he's part of the Blues Brothers.
He
That's
was part of the Blues Brothers,
that's
yes.
when Chevy Chase was like in the music video for "You Call Me Out."
Yeah, but Chevy Chase was the drummer for Steely Dan. Did you know that?
No, I did
No.
not. know that.
Yes.
No,
before they were
he-
called Steely Dan. He drummed with them.
Get out of
Yep.
here.
Real.
I heard Chevy Chase is a terrible person,
He is a terrible person, but he used to drum with Steely Dan.
but he's a friend of the show.
Exactly.
Chevy.
All right,
You know, we're 2 blocks away from Chevy Chase Street on Real Brave on Union Turnpike.
Really? There's
Yep.
a street named after Chevy Chase?
Yeah, that's where he was born.
It's called Chevy Chase Street now?
Chevy Chase Street. It's down the block.
Wow.
It's right around the corner from the studio.
Imagine being so successful and famous that they named the street you were born on after you.
Yes,
Wow.
Brian.
Dionne Warwick.
I mean, she's. You know what's funny about Dionne Warwick? She's
A psychic friend.
that, and she's penned many a good song.
She sang Burt Bacharach songs mostly.
I thought she wrote many a
No,
song.
that's all Bacharach David stuff. Like I Say a Little Prayer and
My computer's not working.
yeah. I'll bet you a Coke on this.
Say a little prayer for you.
Yeah. All right, Willie Nelson. While Dan looks that up, Willie Nelson.
Sure, yeah.
All the girls I've loved before traveled in and out my doors.
Okay, here's somebody that I bet Kevin doesn't know.
Huh?
Al Jarreau.
Oh, I know Al Jarreau.
Do you really?
Yeah, we're good friends.
Do you really know Al Jarreau?
No.
I didn't think so.
I recognize the name, though.
He was like a smooth, jazzy pop guy from the 80s.
All right.
All right. We're in New Jersey, so Bruce Springsteen must be brought up. The boss.
I have a new appreciation for Bruce Willis, Springsteen.
Bruce, but also from New Jersey,
Yes,
Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
Willis also from New Jersey.
Another
yes.
famous Bruce.
Yes. I was gonna do a terrible Bruce Willis joke, but I'm not gonna do it.
Please
No,
don't.
don't do that. It's too soon.
All right, Kenny Loggins.
Oh yeah,
Y'all
Danger
won't be there?
Zone.
Nope, Highway to the Danger Zone.
What am I thinking of?
Michael McDonald.
Oh,
We've been
okay.
through this already.
No, I was thinking of Kenny Rogers, and then yeah, we'll be there. Kenny Loggins. Highway to the
Kenny Williams, the Kenny Loggins, and plus Footloose, right?
Yes, Footloose. Loggins and Messina.
Yeah. Can we go back to
Dionne Warwick.
yeah? Warwick remains among the biggest hit makers of the entire rock era from 1965 to 2012.
for her.
She ranks. This is not. I wanted the songs.
Anyway, Steve Perry.
Steve Perry.
Oh yeah. Faithfully Journey.
Yes.
Okay. That I only know that name from
Wait, so
basketball.
Yep. That's what you were referencing. Very good. Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates.
Oh, was Oates there?
what? Oates wasn't there?
Oates might be in the chorus. Let me see. Yeah,
There's
he was
a-
in the chorus.
There's a comedy song duo called Garfunkel,
Garfunkel
and
and
Oates.
Yes, yes, they're excellent. All right, we got leader of the news, Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis.
You can't deny Huey Lewis. Can we go back to Dionne Warwick again?
We can, yes.
So we've got many songs. Walk On By.
Yeah, again, all written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David.
No, but it's got her name on it.
As a writer?
Yes. Taking Care of You and Me. A House Is Not a Home. All the Time. Friends in Love. How many times can we say goodbye? Whisper in the Dark. Promises, Promises. She's written. Maybe.
Is the town Warwick named after her?
No, it wasn't, but let's pretend it is.
Okay.
Okay, another 80s darling here, Cyndi Lauper.
Ah, Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
True
She's got a
Colors.
great voice.
A very distinct voice, yeah.
But but also like that caricature. I can't say that word. The 80s version of her. like that's not really the way she sings.
Right.
She's actually got an amazing voice.
All right, we're down to the last three soloists. Again, somebody that Kevin's not going to know. Kim Carnes.
Kim Kardashian.
No, Kim Carnes.
Oh,
Uh,
that's
She's got Betty Davis eyes.
yeah,
right?
Betty Davis eyes.
Yeah.
Sounds like that.
Kardashian West.
Can we go back to Dionne Warwick for a second?
Sure.
We can.
Burt Bacharach did write all the songs.
Yeah,
All right, continue.
I told you so, man. I've told you I'm a font of useless information. just trust me on this stuff. I don't know much. And then that's not a reference to.
I could have sworn she wrote them with, but I guess I was wrong. But useless information for sure. Thank you.
Last two. One, Robert Zimmerman, a.k.a. Bob Dylan,
Oh yeah.
and Ray Charles.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. There's nothing wrong with any of those people.
Ray Charles and Stevie
Except
Wonder were
maybe
on this?
personally.
Yes,
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're all personally probably not great people.
Right, but musically, and then I'm just going to real quickly do the chorus here. Dan Aykroyd, Harry Belafonte, Lindsey Buckingham, 5 members of Huey Lewis and the News, Sheila E., Bob Geldof.
So wait, the News.
The News. Well, there might be 6. I don't know.
So
I don't,
Huey Lewis was a soloist, but
yes,
then
but
the
News was behind him, yes.
All right.
5 of Michael Jackson's siblings, Jackie LaToya, Marlon, Randy, and Tito.
They weren't happy about that.
No.
Waylon Jennings, Bette Midler, John Oates of Hall & Oates, Jeffrey Osborne,
Wow.
the Pointer Sisters, and Smokey Robinson. How do you not have Smokey Robinson do a solo?
Yeah,
when he's
wild.
in the room.
Yeah. I don't know. That's messed up. Well, that must have been a big room to fit all those heads in there.
Imagine. Oh, so there was a sign on the door of the recording studio that said, "Check your egos at the door."
Oh, Michael Jackson put that there, yeah.
It was a funny and humbling reminder that the group was there gathered for a larger purpose. It
Yeah.
must have worked. While there were individual debates about how to sing certain parts or conferences over how to deliver certain lines, the group worked together all night, completing the song by the following morning.
It's amazing that he knew that by heart and he didn't read it.
Yeah.
Truly, his
Yeah.
memorization skills are second to none.
Yeah.
Did you know that when
I was there.
they were writing this? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you were there.
We're negative 4 years old.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What's that sperm doing here?
Yeah. Just floating around the room, you know. There's a twinkle in my father's eye.
When they were writing the song, they were like crying and they were like not like they were very sad.
Bummer.
If you were really famous and you had the opportunity to make a difference by raising money but not giving any of your money away, what would you do?
I would just give my money away.
Yeah, so let's say you had like 300 mil in the bank.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, well, I can waste my time with 70 of the most pretentious people on the planet. Or
I could just write a check.
Yeah, just write a check.
Yeah.
Or you could do both, theoretically, I guess.
I mean,
right?
it's probably tax deductible if you're doing it to a charity.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could. So you really. Now I've learned this the hard way. You cannot deduct time from pretty much anybody. I had someone give me the BS excuse that I billed this company for my time and they paid it. That doesn't exist, and neither does it exist in tax purposes either.
Right.
So follow me for more tax advice at go
Don't follow
to
him.
jail.com.
Don't follow him for taxes. I haven't done my taxes yet, by the way. Have you done your taxes?
I'm always
you
on
haven't done your
extension.
taxes? Nice.
Mine are like the Trump tax returns.
Oh.
They have to be looked at very, very carefully. What else did we learn about the "We Are the World" song? Did you listen to the song?
Yes.
Well, I gotta play you guys that. Remind me to do that.
The cast represented multiple generations.
Well, let's talk about the song for a second, Kevin. You're usually giving us a musical breakdown on this show.
Yeah.
What do you think of the music for "We Are the World"?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It's not offensive. It's not really adventurous or experimental to any degree.
You wanted some like Stockhausen? stuff
Yeah,
in there?
yeah. Give me some Aaron Schoenberg style arrangements. You know. I don't know. We should listen to it though.
Oh, we can't listen to it on the stream.
I'll listen to it quietly.
FCC, disregard that message.
I want the FCC to know that I am a subscriber of YouTube Red, and I am.
They pay all the royalties.
Yeah.
It's actually an ingenious way around the copyright laws. You know what we could do? We could display Steamboat Willie as our mascot.
We could.
Can we? It's now public domain.
It's now public domain. Yeah.
Wow.
Should we be doing
Oh
that?
my.
Huh?
He said, "Oh me, oh my." That's what he says at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Disney, I would just get as far away from all that stuff as humanly possible because they did not understand the ramifications of some of those early cartoons.
Nope. They did not.
Really, really bad. Yeah, my computer's dead, man. This is terrible.
So Kevin, you're watching the video. I want some real-time reactions here from you. Give us some fashion tips. Give us some hot takes. What are you getting from this?
It's all awful. It's all just. There's Billy Joel before he crashed into a house. Listen,
Time.
I don't care for this. There's the white glove of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's before he really went into a downward spiral, I would say.
I mean,
I
yeah.
think it might have been post
He's had
Hair
s-
on Fire.
Had
Yes,
some
I
work
believe
done
so.
already.
It was?
looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, useless information person.
I believe so.
Okay.
But I really can't. I mean, this style of music, this ballad,
Mm-hmm.
not even like power ballad, just like ballad. Like,
Yeah. You don't like ballads?
No.
What about like slow dancing?
You're not gonna really slow dance to "We Are the World," are you?
Man.
1985. You just
Come a little
might.
closer, baby.
Yeah, come on. We're gonna save everybody
Let's
in
raise some money for
Africa.
Africa, you and me, babe. Come on.
No. See, like I just feel like I'm trying to put myself in the shoes, in the feet of somebody in Africa, and I would just be so offended.
They
Just airdrop food, please.
yeah.
Just think of it this way.
Just give us running water. Like we don't want this BS song. Just
At least this song doesn't have the lyric, "Tonight, thank God it's them instead of you."
Ugh.
Like, do they know it's Christmas?
Oh,
Which is
no.
maybe the most offensive lyric in music history.
Oh, where does that land in the song?
Bono sings, "Tonight, thank God it's them instead of you."
it's just so pandery, and it's just seems disingenuous when you have like. Okay, but what did it cost to produce this? I want to know what they paid the people to get in the room, what they paid all the producers, what they
Hopefully
paid the
them
publishers.
nothing. Hopefully, they paid them
Hopefully,
nothing.
but guess what?
No,
Yes.
there's cost to this stuff.
Guess what? You look at Bob Dylan's face in the chorus on this one, and he's not.
He's counting zeros.
He's counting zeros. Can't wait to go home and be sad.
The Bono thing.
Yeah, that's from Did They Know It's Christmas? Yeah.
When he does that one part, he didn't like step back and go, "Wait a second, what was that? What was that line?"
I mean, I'll say this: when they redid it a couple years ago, they changed that line.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't they? Because it's horrible. But yeah, so Did They Know It's Christmas is like 6 months before this. So this was right in that time when
Right.
people were doing this.
Well, they looked at that. Harry Belafonte looked at it and was like, "Oh, we should do that."
Yeah, and it became fashionable to be charitable.
Yeah.
What was the name of the metal one?
Oh.
There's like a metal "We Are the World."
Oh.
Metal Aid.
It's I think it's called Hearing Aid. Actually, I'm not even kidding. I think that's what it's called. I'll look it up while you guys talk. So
Well, since you're not a fan of We Are the World, has Fish ever done anything nice for anybody?
Yeah, they have the Waterwheel Foundation.
What's that?
I don't know, but it's a charity.
Yeah, that's good.
It's totally a charity, and then
It's charity for Wooks.
Trey Anastasio has a separate charity for people who struggle with addiction.
Is there any charity for people that don't like their music?
No, it's not.
The off button.
There's no reconciliation fund.
Swipe left.
There are no
Okay,
rep.
so, confirmation. It was called Hearing Aid. Hear in aid, like hear and apostrophe.
Okay.
aid. And I'm trying to get the list of participants here. Okay, it was organized by Ronnie James Dio
Ooh.
and Vivian Campbell, and it featured. Let's see.
Vivian Campbell's still going around, man.
It featured members of Blue Oyster Cult, Dio, Dokken, Quiet Riot, Judas Priest, Y&T, Rough Cut, Queensryche, Ozzy, Vanilla Fudge, Night Ranger. I think I already said Wasp.
Yeah.
Motley Crue.
Wasp.
Spinal Tap was there.
Spinal Tap.
Twisted Sister. Journey.
Do we have a picture of all of them together doing it?
I believe there is. Yes, I got one right here. Yeah, I can show it to you later. It's
Okay.
wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Wow. So the Waterwheel Foundation was founded in April of 1997 by the band, the president, Ernest Trey Anastasio, treasurer, Michael Gordon, secretary, Paige McConnell, vice president, John
Wait a
Fishman.
second. Trey Anastasio's first name is Ernest.
Ernest, yeah.
I'd go by Trey too.
Yeah, me too.
Totally.
The Waterwheel Foundation is a nonprofit organization created
I'm
by
calling
the
him
Rock
Ernie
and
from
Fish
now on.
to oversee their charitable activities, plural. Initially, the foundation included the touring division, the giving program, and the Lake Champlain Initiative. Lake
Oh.
Champlain Initiative is Lake Champlain is a sizable lake on the Vermont-New York border. Is currently plagued by several major problems: an overabundance of phosphorus from sewage, agricultural urban runoff, toxic waste, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That can't be one of their issues.
Yeah. No, it is. Over half the
That's-
lake is considered to be too polluted to be of full use,
Oh, get out of here!
but yet sees $1 billion in tourism every year.
I was gonna say because I went to what's the other lake? Lake George.
Yeah.
Now Lake George is like crystal clear. You ever been up there? And I tried that. We had an old boat that I was using for a while, and we brought it up there, and they wouldn't let us in until we cleaned the inside where the water goes through the boat. I forget what that's called. But you could see 6-7 feet down to the bottom in that lake. It's gorgeous, and Champlain's. I would think that would be nicer, but I guess not.
It sounds like Champagne's. You imagine it's high class.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of. It's like an '80s show with like a bunch of naked teenagers and the serial killer running around killing people. Anything else, Kevin, on that?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
I don't really wanna hear anymore.
The Divided Sky Foundation, which is a recovery from addiction. There's
That's
a whole
nice.
bunch of like stuff they do for the arts. The Vermont Youth Orchestra.
Meanwhile, they facilitate it.
Women's
but
Rape
that's
Crisis
besides the
Center,
point.
Firehouse Center for the Visual Arts.
Okay,
the Flint
it's
Center
enough.
for the Performing Arts. Vermont Public.
Kevin,
Health.
Brian, do we have any game that you wanted to play?
Well, Kevin sort of killed all the trivia questions I had. But I was going to ask you. So there's only 2 performers besides Quincy Jones who produced it, who was involved with the 25th anniversary version of the song. Do we have any idea who those 2 performers would be?
It's got to be Lionel Richie and Cyndi Lauper.
You have one of them.
Who is Sting?
Sting wasn't it either.
Sting wasn't. He's British, man. He's from Britain.
It was USA for Africa, so it wasn't going to be any Brits in there.
Right.
They're going to be pointing out that all the children should be happy that it's them and not
Instead of
us.
you, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the only other person was archival footage of Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Because he was already dead at that point. He duets with Janet in the archival footage. Janet Jackson, not just like Janet.
wait, they redid the song?
They redid the song. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember Wyclef Jean was very involved with it. I believe it's not good. I mean, the original is not good, but the 25th anniversary version is
worse.
probably.
Yeah, I mean it's novel. The first song is novel. It's the
Yeah.
first time
Yeah.
a bunch of big-headed, bleeding heart folks got together and tried to do something right. Kevin's beef is they should just give him their money.
I mean,
My 12-year-old beef is I could care less. It was a good song when I was 12 because I didn't know any better.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like
Sure.
also it's just. I mean, I was 3 or 4 when it came out, I guess, and I feel like it just reminds me of being young. I can deal with that kind of schlock better than the 25th anniversary schlock,
Right.
which just sounds like stuff I don't care about.
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
It's different.
So I guess the consensus from the musicians that it's a bad song.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, again, it's not anything like sounding good.
It raised money, but where did the money go?
Africa, I guess.
Do we know like where it went? Did it buy like yachts for?
It seems like so. There's a
Folks
big
in
controversy
Africa?
with George Harrison's concert for Bangladesh because
Oh, that was the first
it
one.
was the first,
that was the first
it
one.
was
Yeah.
the first charity concert.
Okay.
And he had set up an organization to take care of it, but his manager did not properly put a lot of the funds in. So like, that is still hard to buy. You can't really buy it because they're very careful how the money is used because there was this controversy. And so I think others learned from that. And so We Are the World, I think, got the money where it was supposed to go. But, and maybe that's just me being greedy with my 2023 eyes, $60 million doesn't sound like that impressive.
No.
From that collection of
No,
people,
not in
right?
the
60
80s.
million in 1985. You got to look at inflation.
It says it's $159 million today.
159 million for a single that went. All the proceeds went, or profits.
proceeds.
All the proceeds went. It's it's not. It's not something that's easy to do.
No, but it just seems like, how much did Michael Jackson's World Tour make?
More than 159 million.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you just you think of it that way,
Yeah. Yeah. Why doesn't he go on tour in Africa?
Where would he tour?
Africa.
Like, is there an infrastructure there for his tour?
Like the Sahara or something.
Yeah,
Go to Egypt.
It'll just be to all the lions and bears.
Yes.
There's no bears there.
There's no bears in
Tigers.
Africa.
There might be bears in Africa.
Are there bears in Africa?
You're talking very authoritatively about what animals are in Africa. And,
Well, there's an elephant. There's
It's definitely prairie dogs,
yeah, sure.
coyotes.
So here's my question for you, boys.
Okay.
though. If this were to happen today,
Yeah.
who would be the Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson of today to organize this?
Oh God. Definitely
Jay-Z.
Jenner. What's that Jenner girl who did the Pepsi? The
Bruce
Pepsi
Jenner?
commercial? Not Bruce Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner. Was it Caitlyn Jenner?
No, Caitlin, no.
Who did the Pepsi commercial that solved racism?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, the commercial was like Black Lives Matter protest and like white people protest. And Caitlyn Jenner or whoever came with like a Pepsi. Oh, come on. Who did this?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that at all.
I'm just going to
That's
Google
an
search
alternate
tone
universe.
deaf
Okay.
Pepsi commercial.
You said Jay-Z would be one of the people, right?
Yeah, well, I
So
think it's the queen and the king of hip hop and R&B.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It was Kendall Jenner.
Kendall Jenner.
Kendall Jenner. She came in the
Is
middle
that
of a protest.
the youngest girl and she's like a billionaire?
I don't know which Jenner she is. But
Why not? Aren't you a fan?
No.
Aren't you a fan of vocal fries? Talking
No,
like this.
not really.
Why?
I could see
talking
maybe
like
Ed
this.
Sheeran being the type of guy who would get involved with this type of a charity.
Ed Sheeran.
Harry
Ed
Styles.
Sheeran. He's Brit.
That's true. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah. Well, you
gotta think
blew it.
American?
I blew it. I did.
Built American. It'd probably be Jay-Z.
Jay-Z
Or
and Beyonce.
Kanye. Maybe not Kanye.
Kanye
Kanye's out.
should not do it.
Kanye's out. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? No, I don't know who else would be the. Who else is really famous
You might
now?
still get Springsteen involved.
Oh God.
He's still.
He's busy podcasting with Obama. He's one
That's
of our
true.
main competitors on this program.
That's
Is
true,
it-
yes.
is it really?
The iTunes charts are very tight. between us.
Yeah, we've had 3 views and they've had what? 4
Something like
billion?
that. Yeah. I'm trying to think if anyone else would be. Again, there's a lot of. I could see a lot of K-pop groups doing it, but that's not American.
That I don't understand at all.
What
that
about,
kid just
what
put out
about
as
Taylor Swift. Taylor
Oh,
Swift would for sure.
That's probably the right answer, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's probably
Yeah,
Taylor
she's
Swift.
Tay-Tay.
she's come out very hardcore on issues. But the K-pop thing,
on issues. You know what? I also take a stance on issues.
she has.
You're
The,
issue based.
You know what? I have issues with issues.
the K-pop thing,
Mhm.
don't understand it. So like one of the guys from that band,
Which one? BTS.
yeah, BTS.
Okay.
I don't know what are the names, but
Is that short for Beats by Dre?
what does BTS stand for?
What is great?
Big, tall sax. Anyway, he stands alone with the Beatles.
Bang Tan Boys.
Oh, is that 3 words? Bangtan?
Nope, it's 2 words, and they both start with B.
Bangtang Boys?
Bang Tan Boys.
But that's BTB.
Yeah, well, it's BB because Bang Tan is 1 word.
We need this to be figured out immediately.
Anyway, you were saying he stands along the Beatles with what?
As having multiple or having the highest selling single concurrently after leaving the band.
BTS in full. Bangtan Sonyeondan, the Korean for which it translates to Bulletproof Boy Scouts. Still
They're-
not BTS.
I would never have thought Bulletproof Boy Scouts was the
Bulletproof
translation.
Boy Scouts. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Wow.
They're adorable though, I'll tell you that much.
but I
right?
Sure.
Bangtan Sonyeondan.
I've listened to their music a few times trying to figure it out, and yeah, it
I've-
just sounds like
I've taught some of their songs.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just songs.
I think they're actually musicians too. Am I right on that?
I don't know. Cannot confirm or deny that. They could definitely sing and dance though.
And they're adorable, right, Brian?
They're very handsome.
Adorable.
They're very handsome.
Let's.
Honestly, I don't know if I could. If you showed me like 5 K-pop bands, I could not point out which one.
It's
is
a big
BTS.
deal.
I know it is. It's just it's not my world, right?
Didn't they like announce that they were breaking up at the White House? Wasn't that the thing?
I don't know.
No, I think they did.
You're asking me about things I know nothing about.
They went to the White House to announce that they were breaking up.
It was a huge deal.
Is that after like the Korean Accord deal that went through?
It might have been.
Yeah,
It might have had
The
something
North Korean
directly to
Accord.
do with that too.
they could be running the world right now. And you've heard it here first on Real Brave Live. BTS, the Boy Scout group. What is it?
Bulletproof Boy Scouts.
Bulletproof Boy Scouts will be on next week to talk about their hit single, I Don't Care.
That won't be.
Anything else about...
That is false advertising. As your producer, I must say that.
We receive a cease and desist from BTS.
There's 5 people in the world that love this program, and 2 of them are in my family.
All right.
Yeah.
What about the rest of your family?
They don't show.
Could not care less.
Yeah, as long as I'm paying the bills, they're fine.
Okay.
Anything else we want to say about this?
No. I think it was maybe poorly intentioned. No. It was a good intention, poorly executed. People wanted to help. They were trying to help. They should have tried in different ways. I agree with Kevin's assessment on that, but I don't think it's their. I think that their hearts were in the right place.
They should have flown planes personally to Africa and dropped off just buckets of food.
Or just, built an infrastructure with running water.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
Easier said than done. No, not to defend. These
Oh,
people.
I'm sorry, Brian. Are you an engineer? You know what it's like to build waterways?
Part of the Army Corps of Engineers.
I was gonna say, you want to see my resume?
I'm just trying to say the Romans figured out aqueducts 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Rome isn't in the middle of a desert.
That's true.
And in the 35 years since this happened, there still is not a lot of running water. So it seems like it's a problem that
True.
is maybe
True.
bigger than Lionel Richie can handle.
Yeah.
We have found the problem bigger than Lionel
What's
Richie.
the Lionel Richie song that I'm trying to think of right now? There's like dancing.
Dance on the Ceiling?
No.
Dance on the Ceiling is a good song.
in the street. Something doing
Classic
something,
80s song.
Doing something in the street.
Dancing in
Lionel
the
Richie.
Streets? That's Bruce Springsteen song, isn't it?
I'm not.
That's Dancing in the
That's
Dark.
not the tune.
Dancing in
That's
the
not
Dark.
the
Dancing in
tune.
the Streets is a Motown song
No,
that
it's-
the Grateful
it's-
Dead
it's-
covered.
it's in
and
it.
David Bowie and Mick Jagger covered.
It's
Dancing
like
in the Streets is
A.
a Mick
Lydian.
Jagger
David
and
Bowie they
David
covered,
Bowie
yeah.
song. Very good.
It's like A. Lydian. It's got this tonality going. You know the one.
The Lionel Richie song?
Yeah.
Say You, Say Me?
No, but maybe, but not that. We
Say you.
we played it at the El Poa adult prom.
It's not
Oh, yeah?
Easy, is it? Easy by the Commodores?
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie Easy.
I
have karaoke to Easy once.
I like the other version of
Faith
that.
No More version?
Faith No More version. Thank you.
Ooh!
You don't like Faith No More?
That's what he does in the middle of the song. He does-
Oh yeah.
All night long.
All night long.
All night long.
All night long,
All night.
all night, all night long,
Yeah.
all night. The 80s, man. You know, we're in the middle of a new decade, and 10 years from now or 20 years from now, they're gonna be going, "Oh man, the 20s," right?
Yeah. The 20s were wild. It's really started off bad. And just
But I
continued to
can't
get
even
worse.
imagine what it would be like. I'm sure I'm gonna look back at my hair and be like, "What was I thinking?"
I won't. I'm
Well,
always
I-
confident in my style.
I felt recently attacked because in the town that both Dan and I live in, they are filming a movie called Y2K. It's about the 90s, about
Oh, wow.
1999. And like people were saying that was so long ago, and look at all this funny fashion and all that. It's like, man, that's just how I live.
Yeah, man.
And
Baggy pants for life.
baggy pants for life. Man. Skinny jeans are for suckers.
BPFS.
Yeah, I
FL.
threw out all that stuff. I wish I still had it. Sandals at nightclubs.
Sandals.
Dirty
Jamaica.
feet.
Oh man.
Gross. Oh, so gross.
Nasty.
Yeah, I got to get back to work. So do you.
No.
Anyway,
I guess.
I guess we'll end it there. If you want to check out We Are the World, just type We Are the World, and I'm sure you can listen to it and be equally as just disappointed as
If
everybody
you
else
want to
is.
listen to We Are the World, go to realbraveaudio.com.
Yeah.
Sign up for lessons today. And
Yeah, why don't you take us out,
and
Kevin?
we'll teach you how to play We Are the World. We'll teach you with wonderful instructors like myself. We'll teach you on piano. We'll teach you on guitar. We'll teach you on bass. We'll teach you on drums. We'll teach you on
Ukulele?
voice, ukulele, with our producer, Brian.
Yeah.
Newest ukulele instructor. That's all I have to say about that.
What's the name of the show?
Thanks for watching. No, this is your job. I feel
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're doing a great job. Thanks for watching. Please check us out, Real Brave Inc. Smash that like button, and next week we'll be back Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. All right, we're trying to get back in the swing of things. It's just hard to fit this in. We'll see you then here on
Real Brave Life.
Very good. See you next week.